Welcome to the NFL Sunday football edition. My name is Abby. This is for the Sunday games for this upcoming Sunday, but we're doing it a bit earlier than usual, as I mentioned before in my previous videos. So we're doing these NFL games a bit earlier, just for this week to get them get them out of the way. So we're gonna do a slate of the Sunday games. We're gonna start with the London game here. Again, this is courtesy of oddslogic.com. I'm sorry, not oddslogic, excuse me, covers.com. This is covers.com. This is the front end of the line moves, totals, and the injury report. That's covers.com. As you can see there in front of you, covers.com. Again, line moves, totals, injury report, back end, oddslogic.com, like we've discussed in the past. Extensive, up to the minute, up to date information at your fingertips. Line moves, totals, injury report, oddslogic.com. It covers all professional sports leagues, so check it out. That's oddslogic.com. All right, so we'll get this started right away. We're gonna look at the London game on Sunday morning, October 12th, Denver and the New York Jets. This one opened up 5.5, total 41.5. That's how it opened up, and now we're seeing it at 7. We're seeing sevens across the board, and it's at 43.5. That's what we're seeing right now. Now we're going to look at the injury report for this game. We'll take a look at that right now. Let's look at the injury report here for the Denver Broncos. We'll take a look at that now. All the notables that are out of the lineup. While we're waiting on that, guys, hit the like and subscribe button for recommended picks and plays for these games. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. So Ben Powers for Denver, biceps out indefinitely. Lucas Krull, foot, is on the IR. Drew Sanders, linebacker, foot injury, out indefinitely. So Denver, pretty much one of the healthiest teams in the NFL, I gotta say, because their injury list is not that heavy and severe like other teams. So they're pretty healthy, which is surprising. But they're very healthy, healthiest team in the league. One of the healthiest teams in the league by far so far. The Jets. We'll look at their injury report here. Alan Lazard, wide receiver, is out for personal reasons. He will not be playing in this game in London. I guess he didn't make the trip. I'm guessing he didn't make the trip because of personal reasons. Michael Carter II, cornerback for the Jets, is out with an ankle injury. Francisco Mauigoa, linebacker, has foot issues, so he is questionable. He is 50-50 to play Sunday. Kenny Nwangwu, running back, has a groin injury. He is questionable to play Sunday versus Denver. So both players are 50-50. Jermaine Johnson, linebacker, ankle, questionable to play Sunday versus Denver. Braylon Allen, running back, knee issues, out indefinitely. That's pretty much it for the recent injuries for both teams. So now we're going to check where the public and sharps are for this game. I don't have a client play for this game, none whatsoever. So I'll give you a recommended play for this one here. We'll give you the recommended play. So what we recommend here, let's see. Yeah, the total hasn't really done much. Still at 43. Not a lot of movement on the total. Still at 43. Pretty much at 43. Not a lot of movement on the total at all. Let's see what pick I can give you guys. I'm gonna look at I'm going to look at the over in this game. I'm going to take the over 40 and a half. I'm going to look at the over. That's the recommended play. Over 40 and a half in this one. Um, like I said, no client play on this one. I'm going to take the 40 and a half over. I know Denver's played, they're playing to the under right now. They're 1-3 to the under. And the Jets are 3-1 to the over. However, the reason why I'm taking the over in this game because Denver, they're flying out to London. Jets are flying out to London. Both teams are playing this game in London. It's an overseas game. So when you're on a neutral field in London and you're playing overseas in Europe, I find that these games and these kind of predicaments or scenarios, they tend to go over the total. So I'm gonna take that's one of the main reasons I like the over. Um, like I said, I know Denver's plays a 3 straight unders, Jets 3 straight overs, but in this case, since it's a neutral site game, it's in Europe, in London. I'm gonna look more towards the over. I think you'll see a bit of offense from both teams. Both teams start to open it up a little bit. So I like the over. I agree with the public. I like the over in this game. I'm going to take the over, 40 and a half. We'll get to the player props now for this game. Let's look at the player props. Let's take a look at that now. Ones that I would recommend that stand out like a sore thumb in this game. Let's look and see here. Let's see. What sounds like a sore thumb in this game? We're going to look at I'm going to say Justin Fields. I'm going to say Justin Fields over 197 yards passing. For me, I chose this game to go over because I'm expecting some offense, and I believe Justin Fields is gonna play a big role in this with his by passing the ball. So he'll pass for a lot of yards and get the Jets offense moving and rolling. So I like Justin Fields here over 197 and a half passing yards. I like that a lot here. So that's my plan on that. Since I like the game to go over, I like him to contribute in that. But with his offense, with his arm, and getting the ball down to his receivers to make big plays to make him look good, stuff like that. Now, receptions, I like here. Man, reception was tricky for the Jets. Jesus. Oh, let me see. I guess you could say Brees Hall over 3.5 receptions. I would say that. I would look at that for Denver. I'd say Marvin Mims Jr. over 3.5 receptions. I like that one. Everett Ingram over 2.5 receptions. I like that one. Cortland Sutton over 4.5 receptions. I like that one too. Yards. I like Cortland Sutton over 61.5 receiving yards. I like that one. Marvin Mims, 27.5 receiving yards for the Jets. Of course, you got to go with Garrett Wilson over 55.5 receiving yards. Mason Taylor over 34.5 receiving yards. You have to go with that. Those ones you have to go with. I would go with those. Those are the recommended props I would say for this game. Oh, rushing. I've got the rushing. I forgot about that. Sorry. Rushing, I'm going to say I like Bo Nix over 21.5 rushing yards. I like that one a lot. Yeah, I like that one. I would also take um, R.J. Harvey over 31.5 rushing yards. I go with that one as well. It's another good one. So those are the ones that stand up for me in terms of the player props. I like those picks. Those are the ones I'm going to go with. Now for the next game we're going to look at here, we were finished with the Denver Jets game. We're going to look at the L.A Rams in Baltimore. Baltimore is in a hot mess. Boy, the Ravens are a big hot mess. They are 1-4 in their last 5 games. The Rams are 3-2 last 5, and of course it's all because Lamar Jackson's not in there, so they're getting from bad to worse. Not a good situation for Baltimore at all. We'll get to the game now. This one here opened up for Baltimore. Actually, the Rams are favored 6.5, 44. Now it's gone to 7.5. Totals 44.5. We are starting to see some 45s come up on the board, but still 44.5. We're going to check the injury report as usual for this game. We're going to check the Baltimore side for the injury report first. We'll see how the Ravens are making out here. Besides Lamar Jackson being out, we're going to see who else is out for Baltimore. So again, Lamar's dealing with a hamstring injury, as you know, so he's out for Sunday's game. Ronnie Staley, tackle, is questionable with an ankle injury. Patrick Ricard, fullback, calf, is also questionable Sunday versus the Rams. So both players are 50-50. Kylie Hamilton, safety, hamstring, questionable to play Sunday versus the Rams. Chidobe Awuzie, cornerback, hamstring, questionable to play Sunday versus the Rams. So those guys are all 50-50. So that's pretty much it for the injury report. Nothing else that stands out. On the L.A Rams, their injury report. So for them, Tyler Higbee, tight end, has a hip issue, is 50-50 Sunday at Baltimore. So he's questionable. Rob Havenstein, offensive lineman, ankle, is also questionable for Sunday's game at Baltimore. He's 50-50. And that's it. Those are the main notables. No client play on this game, but I will give you a free play as usual for this one, a recommended play. So while we're waiting for the let's see, the public is all over the Rams. They like the Rams a lot. The Rams and the over. So they like the Rams and the over in this game. Let's take a look at this here and see. Let's see what I like. This is the Rams and Baltimore. We'll take a look at that now. Yeah, I have to bet the over. I agree. I like 44.5. I agree with the over. Baltimore is giving up a whole bunch of points left, right, and center. Their defense, their pass defense is bad. Secondary is bad. They're giving up a big amount of points each and every week to their opponent. So I definitely like the over in this game. Over 44.5 makes sense. I like that a lot. So I would recommend that. Nothing on the side. We will check player props right now for this game. We'll check the player props now. Actually, no player props have come out. Let me check one more thing here. We're looking for the player props. I don't see anything here. Yeah, nothing. No player props have come up as yet for this game. Yeah, I'm not seeing any player props. Yeah, no player props in this game at all. I'm not seeing none. I thought they'd be available already, but apparently they're not available yet. So we can't do any player props for this game because they're not available as of yet. I'm not seeing anything here. So the next game we're going to look at here, and I do apologize for that. I'm not seeing nothing here. Next game I'm looking at here, Arizona at Indianapolis. We'll take a look at that now. So Arizona, uh, Indianapolis. We're going to look at that now. Now this one here, this opened up Indianapolis -3. Total 46.5. So that's where it all began. And it's ending off right now at 47. So it's closed off at 47 as of now. We'll see where it ends up on Sunday, but it's at 47 as we speak. And we're seeing a whole bunch of 7.5s across the board. So we are going to check the injury report for this game, starting with the Arizona Cardinals. We'll see who's in and out of that lineup, any notables. We'll check that out now. Let me see here. See the Arizona situation. So Arizona. Now don't forget, while we're waiting for that injury report, guys, hit the like and subscribe button for the recommended picks and plays for the NFL games. Don't forget to do that. So while we're waiting, we're going to wait for the injury report to pop up, and it's finally popped up. And we have Max Melton for Arizona, hamstring injury, but he's the cornerback for Arizona. He had a hamstring, but he will be available to play Sunday at Indianapolis. Kyler Murray has a foot issue, but he's questionable to play Sunday at Indianapolis, so he's 50-50. He might come in there and play. I don't know. Tiv Riemann, tight end ankle, is also 50-50, questionable to play Sunday. Darius Robinson, defensive lineman, has a chest issue, questionable to play Sunday at Indianapolis. Trey Benson, running back, knee issue, is on the IR list right now. Now we're going to go from Arizona. We're going to check the Indianapolis Colts. Check Indy. See what their injury report's all about for the Colts. So Indianapolis. Joe Bacci, linebacker, undisclosed, is on the IR. Spencer Schrader, kicker, knee, out indefinitely. So Alec Pierce, concussion, questionable. Sunday at Arizona is 50-50. Or at Indianapolis, 50-50, sorry. Kenny Moore, cornerback, Achilles, out indefinitely. Tyler Goodson, running back, groin, questionable to play Sunday versus Arizona, so he's 50-50. So that's the injury report right there. We're going to see where the public and sharps are for this game. I do have a client play for this game. Obviously, I won't give that out, but I have a client play. But I will give you a recommendation play for this game. So we'll get to where the public and sharps are for this game right now. And again, while you're waiting, hit the like and subscribe, guys, for the recommended picks and plays for this show. Don't forget to do that. While we're waiting for where the public and sharps are for this game. All right, so the public is all over Indianapolis and the over. That's no surprise. No surprise at all that's happening. So for me in this game, I also like the over as well. I would take the over in this game. I would look at the over. Let's see what we can find here. Especially in the first half. I would take the over in the first half. It's 23.5. Arizona, Indianapolis over. I like the first half over better. I think both teams go blazing away and firing away on the offense. So I would definitely look at the over 40, over 23.5 in the first half. I'd go for that. Arizona right now, they are 2-2 to the over under. That's actually it's 5 games. So let me see. It's 2-3 to the under Arizona last five. Indianapolis, they are also played 5 games already, and they are 2-3 to the under. 2-3 to the under. Um, 2-3, yeah, 2-3 to the under for Arizona, 2-3 to the under for Indianapolis. So both teams are playing to the under in their last five. But I would still take a look at the first half over. I would take a look at that for sure. I just feel in this game here, I just feel that at the beginning stages of the game will open up a little bit. Um, that's my thoughts on that, and that's how I see, that's the perspective I'm looking at for this game. So take the over in this game, over in the first half, 23.5 first half over. I would take that. That's the play that I would go with. I don't have anything else for this one, but we will get to the injury report for this game. Not the injury report. Excuse me. The props. And again, no player props available for this game either. Um, I guess the thing is because we're doing the show early, um, so the props aren't available as early as I thought. So for this game, no props at all. Let me check some other website to see something here. See if there's any props for this game. I'm not seeing any so far. Um, let's see. This is Indianapolis, Arizona. Let's see. Let's see what if we can find anything here. I didn't see anything earlier. Let me double check here. Yeah, no player props here at all. No player props here. So no player props here, unfortunately. Sorry, guys, but I'm not seeing any player props um, that I can give you for recommendation. So we do apologize. But the next game we're going to look at here, it's going to be. Let me take a look here. Let's take a look. All right, let's take a look here. Let's see. We're going to take a look at Dallas and Carolina. That's the next thing we're going to look at here. Dallas and Carolina. We'll get to where it began, where it all started. All right, so this one here opened up 3.5. Dallas was a 3.5 point favorite. Total 46.5. The line has dropped to -3. Dallas it's gone all the way down to -3. However, the total has gone up from 46.5 to 49.5. We're even seeing a 50 on the board. So, boy, might see some offensive explosion. We'll see. But that's where it's at right now. We're going to get to the injury report for this game. We're going to see what's going on. That's Dallas and Carolina. We'll check that right now. First, we'll start off on the Carolina side for the injury report. Let's see here. So we're looking at Carolina. Let's see what the word is on them. Okay, so Cho Smith-Wade, cornerback, has a chest issue. So he is 50-50 to play Sunday, questionable. Jatavion Sanders, tight end with an ankle, is also questionable to play Sunday versus Dallas. Chuba Hubbard, running back, has a calf issue. He is questionable to play Sunday versus Dallas, 50-50. And those are the notables for the injury report for Carolina. On the Dallas side, let's see. So Dallas, Cavante Turpin, wide receiver, has a foot issue, is out Sunday at Carolina. Jake Ferguson, Tight end, his status has been undisclosed, but he is questionable to place Sunday. He's 50-50. Miles Sanders, running back with a leg issue, questionable to play Sunday versus at Carolina. We have Malik Hooker, safety with an ankle, is on the IR. And that's it. That's it for this one here. We're going to check where the public and sharps are for this game as well. Check that now. Again, while we're waiting, okay, so it shows here Jacksonville is getting out, a bit of resistance between Jacksonville and Seattle. Little bit of resistance on the side. For the total, it's all over money. So you get a whole bunch of over money in this game. So it's all over money that we're seeing here. I don't have a client play for this game at all for Seattle. Oh, actually, sorry. I do have a client play for this game. There's a client play. I do apologize. Yes, I do have a client play for this game. I won't give that up, but I'll give you the recommended play for this game. I recommend, again, it's at 46. Yeah, I would recommend the over. I would take the over in this game. And let's see. I would take the first half over. First half over is 23.5. You can take the first half over 23.5. Or full game over. That's 47.5. So it's up to you. So I would do either one, and you can't go wrong. Now, there's no player props, unfortunately, for this game. I guess because we're doing the show early. So the player props have not come out as yet for this game. I'm not seeing anything here. So I gave you my recommended play already. I have a. Did I say Seattle? I said Seattle and Jacksonville. Oh Jesus! I said Seattle and Jacksonville. I made a mistake, guys. Sorry about that. Oh God, I apologize for that. I said Seattle and Jacksonville. I apologize for that, guys. I lost focus a little bit. Sorry about that. It should be Dallas and Carolina. Jesus, I messed that one up. So let me do Dallas Carolina. So the public is all over Dallas in this game, and they're on the over. So I don't have any client play on this game, but I would recommend Dallas. I recommend Dallas and the over in this one. I do recommend Dallas and the over. I would say more so the over. I would take the over in this game. I look at the over. Take Dallas and the over. I would say that. Dallas and the over is the play. I mean, not the side. Not the side. I'd take the over more. I like the over more than the side. So I would take the over in this game. Now I wouldn't talk you off of Dallas on the money line if you want to take that. I wouldn't talk you off of it. But for me, I'm gonna take the over. I like the over in this game because for the reason why is because Dallas, they give up a whole bunch of points. I think they give up at least over 25 points a game on average, if I'm not mistaken. At least over 25 points a game on average, at least. So their defense is pretty bad. It's pretty much it's shredded wheat. Their defense is shredded wheat at this time, so it's not really a formidable, dominating defense. So Carolina, they should score. If they move the ball correctly, they should be able to get some points. And Dallas will get their points too because they're an offensive juggernaut. So I like the over here. Over 49. I like the over here a lot. Yes, I like that play. And I don't think we do. We don't have any player props for this game either because we're doing the show early. No player props here. No, yeah, we don't have any. So that's my recommendation for that game. I like the over. Like I said, I wouldn't talk you off of Dallas winning the game on the money line. I wouldn't talk you off of that. But I'm going to go with the over in this game. I like the over here. So now we're going to talk about Seattle and Jacksonville. We'll get to that one now. We'll get to that right now. Definitely get to that one. And for so this one opened up here as a pick'em. It was a pick'em, and now it's gone all the way to we're seeing -1, mainly -1s across the board. There are some 1.5s, but we are seeing -1 in this game. Now this one I have a client play for this one, but I will give you the free play, the recommended play later on. Let's get to the injury report for the Jacksonville side. Then we'll check Seattle. So we'll check that now. We'll check the Jaguars side now for the injury report. So let's see. So Jacksonville side first. So again, while we're waiting for the injury report, guys, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for the recommended picks and plays for this game. Let's get to that now. Let's see. Let's see what we can recommend for you guys. So Brenton Strange, tight end, has a hip issue, so he's on the IR right now. Trevon Walker, defensive end, wrist injury, is questionable 50-50 versus Seattle. Wyatt Millam, offensive lineman, knee, questionable to play Sunday versus Seattle. So that's the Jacksonville side. We're going to check the Seattle side now. We'll see what's going on with them. We'll see what's going on with that side. Let's see what's going on the Seattle side with the injuries. Just bear with me for a moment, guys, while we take a look here for the Seattle players. Seattle. So far, no injuries are coming up yet for Seattle. I'm checking here. Well, we have Tariq Woolen, cornerback, has a concussion. So he is questionable to play Sunday at Jacksonville. That's Tariq Woolen for Seattle, cornerback. Let's see. So Josh Jones, guard, ankle, questionable to play Sunday at Jacksonville. Devon Witherspoon, cornerback, knee, questionable to play Sunday at Jacksonville. So there's a few notables there already. And that's it. That's all the injuries for both sides. That's it. So we're going to check to see where the public and sharps are for this game. I think we gave that out already. Let's check here. I believe I gave that out earlier. But we'll check and see. Seattle, Jacksonville, we'll check now. So the Jags are the public darlings. They're the ones. The Jags are the public darlings. Well, actually, not quite. I should say, sorry about that. There's a bit of resistance with the side between Seattle and Jacksonville. So a bit of resistance. So we're not seeing anything there. Now on the total, we like the over. So we like the over in this one here. I like the over here. I have a client play for this game, but I'm recommending for recommendation purposes the over in this one. I like the over here a lot. Seattle right now to the over. They are 3-1 to the over last 4 games. Actually, 3-2 to the over last 5 games. Excuse me, last 5 3-2. Jacksonville last 5. They are they are 3-2 to the over. So both teams are playing to the over right now. So I'm gonna continue to ride the over in this game. The Jaguars are on a short week, so not too much time to prepare on defense. So I can see this game opening up and being an offensive explosion in this game. So that's why I like the over in this game over the 40. What was it here? 47.5. I like the over. So definitely going to go with that. We're going to check the next game out here. We'll go to that now. The next game. So we'll get to the next game right now. So we'll get to that now. Next game here. We got New Orleans and New England. No client play on this one. I'll give a recommended play. That's New Orleans and New England. So this one here opened up. Let's see. Let's see where this thing opened up. So New England and New Orleans. So it opened up 3.5. New England 3.5 point favorites on the road. Total 44. So we're still seeing 3.5. It hasn't really moved that much. And it's 45, and now we're seeing 46. Yeah, we're seeing it's 46 now. So it's over 46. And 3.5 New England favorite. So we're going to look at the injury report first, and then we're going to check the other information on deck on this one. So we'll check the New England side first, then New Orleans after. So it says Alvin Kamara has an ankle issue and is questionable to play Sunday versus New England. So we'll check the Saints lineup here. So Kamara's out, so we'll see who else is out for the Saints. He's questionable, sorry, so he's 50-50. Chase Young, defensive end, undisclosed injury, but he is questionable to play Sunday versus New England. Vernon Broughton, defensive tackle, knee, out for the season. So there you go for that. Let's see. So now we're going to check the New England side to see the Patriots. No client play for this game at all, and we're just giving you recommended plays for this one. So we're going to check now this game to see what's going on. Check the New England side, Patriots. Check the New England side. Antonio Gibson, he is out for the season for New England, the running back. He has a knee issue. Kaylavon Chason, linebacker, has an ankle issue, but is questionable to play Sunday at New Orleans, so he's 50-50. That's it for this game. That's it for the injury report for this one. Now we're going to check where the public and sharps are for this game. We'll check that now. No props for these games, like I said. No player props available for this one. So we're seeing here New England's getting all the love and the under's getting the love. So New England and the under. Let's see here. Let's see. So New Orleans, I would recommend. I don't trust New England as a favorite. That's kind of weird. To trust them to as a favorite, yeah, I don't trust them here. I'm gonna take the live dog in the Saints. I gotta take the Saints here. Again, I'd recommend the States. I don't recommend New England because this is their first time as them being an actual favorite. And keep in mind, remember they knocked off Buffalo. They beat Buffalo for Buffalo's first loss on Sunday Night Football. Now they got to travel to the Big Easy to play the Saints. I think this is a bad spot for New England. This might be to me, this is a letdown spot. You come off a divisional win against Buffalo on the road. And like I said, now you got to play the Saints. This is a letdown spot. I like the Saints here. 3.5. I mean, plus 3.5 New Orleans. I don't trust New England because, again, this is the first time they're in this kind of predicament or territory that they are favored by 3.5 points, and I don't trust them. I trust them more in the underdog role than anything, but not as a favorite. So those are the two reasons why I like New Orleans in this game. Those are the two reasons that I just gave you. This why I like this. I like the Saints here, plus 3.5. I would go for that. I don't have a client play for this one, but that's the recommended play for that game. All right, so the next one here, we're gonna look at the Chargers at Miami. They're in South Beach. So let's see. So Miami opened as a 5.5 point favorite. Since then, the Chargers are favored now by, it looks like it's -4. Yeah, -4. And the total opened up 44.5. It's dropped to 43.5. So it's come down by a point. So that's a pretty big one. That's a pretty big move. Let's see here what we can give you guys. And then we'll do the injury report afterwards. Let's get to the public and sharps for this game. If it doesn't come up right now, we'll do the injury report first. We'll get that out of the way. And then, like I said, we'll do the where the public and sharps are for this game. So let's see here. So Miami and the Chargers, we'll look at the Miami side first, and then the Chargers after. So Miami, we'll see. So Miami. So for the Miami side, we have Storm Duck, cornerback, ankle, questionable to play Sunday versus the Chargers. So he's the only one that's out. Everybody else for Miami is pretty healthy. So we're gonna go from there. We're gonna go to the L.A Chargers and see how they're making out. All right, so Omarion Hampton, running back, ankle is on the IR. Trey Pipkins, guard, knee, questionable to play Sunday at Miami. Deshaun Hand, defensive lineman, groin, questionable to play Sunday at Miami. Tucker Fisk, tight end, ankle, upgraded to play Sunday versus Washington. Will Dissly, tight end, downgraded to out versus Washington. So that's Will Dissly's from the Chargers. He's a tight end from the San Diego Chargers. Darius Davis, wide receiver, arm, ruled out Sunday versus Washington. So the Chargers have a slew of injuries, a whole bunch of injuries. We have Joe Alt, left ankle, has an ankle issue, out Sunday versus Washington. Mekhi Becton has a concussion, but he's upgraded to available to play Sunday versus Washington. So he'll be available. So now we're going to check where the public and sharps are for this game. We'll check that now. And then we'll get to actually, we have Cleveland and Pittsburgh afterwards. We'll get to that after. And I have a client play for Cleveland and Pittsburgh as well. So it's a lot of Charger money and under money. Chargers and the under. It's yeah, Chargers in the under in this one. Hmm. So my recommended play for this game. No client play on this one. Let's see what we can give you guys here. Let's see what kind of what we can stir up for you guys here for a play. Let's see. This is the Chargers and my. Mm, mm. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna check. This is a tight one. Mm. I was gonna say I'll take Miami in the first half. Miami's 2.5. I would recommend Miami in the first half. They're basically fighting for the season right now. The Dolphins are fighting for the season, and at least early on, I expect them to show some fight and grit against Miami on the road. So I would take and recommend the L.A Chargers in the first half over. Sorry, the first half minus 2.5 L.A Chargers in the first half. I would take that. That's the recommended play. I don't have anything on the total. I can't don't see anything on the total for me that I like, so I'm passing on the total. All right, so the next game we're going to look at here, division rival Pittsburgh and Cleveland. That's what we're looking at here. Pittsburgh and Cleveland. So the line here, let's see. Pittsburgh, Cleveland. Yeah, the line opened up 5.5. Pittsburgh 5.5 point favorites at home. Total 37.5. It's now gone to 38.5. And the spread's gone from 5.5. And I saw some 5, but there's mainly 5.5 across the board. So the total has gone up by half a point to 38. Let me change that now. I didn't change that banner. That's Cleveland, Pittsburgh. Let me change that banner. I do apologize. Sorry about that, guys. So yes, so for me, I'm gonna take. Like I said, I have a client play for this game already. There's a client play, but for recommendation purposes, I'm gonna recommend you to take the over 38.5, 38 shop around. That's my recommendation. I can't see. I don't see this. I see a little bit of offense here, not too much defense. In my opinion, I see a little bit of offense. So, with that being said, that's why I like the over. I think both teams have a chance to contribute points on both sides. So this game can go over the total. So I like the over in this game. 38. I like the over. Okay, so the next game we're going to look at here. Now we're looking at the 3-4 o'clock games. We'll get to the 3-4 o'clock games now. That's Tennessee and Las Vegas. This one here opened up -6, total 41.5. Now this line has dropped significantly to it was 5, but now it's coming down to 4.5. We're starting to see some books come down to 4.5, but mainly it's 5 across the board. And for the total, it's still at 41.5. It hasn't really moved. Still 41.5. That's what it is. 41.5 there. It hasn't really moved. There's no movement on this game at all. So let's see here. Yeah, it hasn't moved that much. If any, in this game. So for Tennessee, Las Vegas, Tennessee, Tennessee, Las Vegas. Let's see. Hmm. I'm gonna take the under. I like the under in this game. I'm gonna take the under. There's not a lot of movement on the spread on the total. The total is not really moving that much, so I'm gonna take the under. And better yet, I would go as far as taking it under in the first half. It's 20.5 right now. I'd still take the under. Even if it went up to 21 or 22, I'd still take the under in the first half. Let me make that clear. Under in the first half, 20.5 under first half. I like that one. That one, I like that a lot. I can see this. I believe these teams played last year. Let me see. I think they played last year. Let me see here. Well, they played 3 years ago, so that doesn't really mean much. So, for me, like I said, what I would do in this case here, I'd look at the under 20.5 in the first half, or full game under 41.5. It's up to you. That's your choice, but we gave you two plays for this game, two unders. First half, full game, Tennessee, Las Vegas. So no player props. Let me see. We have any? We don't have any. No player props as of yet that have come out. So I don't see any player props here. So we're going to move on now to. We did Cleveland, Denver already. So we're going to have to do San Francisco and Tampa Bay. So San Fran, Tampa Bay, we're going to do that right now. And this one here. This one here. This is San Francisco, Tampa Bay. This one opened up -1.5 Tampa Bay, total 47. So now this is, let me see here. So this is pretty much at 47 across the board. So Tampa Bay opened up 1.5. The line's now 3, as you can see. And it's 47.5 open. That's the opening number. It's been since 47.5. So that's where we stand in that game. And we're going to look at the injury report as well, too. We're going to take a look at the injury report right now for Tampa Bay and San Francisco. We'll take a look at that now. So, and we'll take a look at that right now here. So let's see. Let's see. So San Francisco, Tampa Bay. So we have Ricky Purcell. He is downgraded to out for this game at Tampa Bay with a knee injury. So far for the 49ers. So let's see. San Francisco, Jacksonville. Let's see. See if you see anything else here. San Francisco. So Brock Purdy, as you know, is out of the lineup still with a toe injury. Jordan Watkins, wide receiver ankle, questionable to play Sunday at Tampa. George Kittle has a hamstring issue. He's questionable to play Sunday at Tampa Bay. Juwan Jennings, wide receiver, has a toe issue. He is questionable to play Sunday. They're all 50-50. So that's it for that. For the injury report, we're going to check to see where the public and sharps are for this game. We'll take a look at that now. So we'll check to see where the public and sharps are for this one. This is San Francisco and Tampa Bay. So the public is kind of split between San Fran and Tampa. It's a bit of resistance. But the side loves the over. Another over again. Let's see. Hmm. Let's see here what we can give you guys. I don't have a client play for this game, so we'll see what play we can give you guys here. Let's see. Hmm. Man, this one I don't have anything on this really. Let me see. Hmm. I would recommend San Francisco +3. I would take +3 San Francisco. You know why? Because Tampa Bay is coming off an emotional win, coming off a big emotional win against Seattle on the road last week. Um, I'm sorry, did I say? Uh, yeah, so Tampa Bay is coming off a big win. They're coming off a big win. So now San Fran, they're catching Tampa Bay at the right time because off that big win on the West Coast, they have to come all the way back 3 time zones to Tampa Bay to play San Fran this Sunday. So I got to take the 49ers and the points +3. I like San Fran. I like what they're doing. I like the 49ers here +3. I would recommend this play. 49ers +3. The Niners are 4-1 right now. Their only loss was to Jacksonville by 5, but they are 4-1 right now. They're playing very well. And this is San Francisco's second road game. So I do like the 49ers here. Now, these two teams played it last season, and San Fran won 23. The 49ers won 23-20 in that game a year ago. So it was in Tampa, and the 49ers won outright 23-20. And I like him here in this spot, too. I think the 49ers can stay within the 3 points. Again, it wouldn't surprise me if they had won the game. That wouldn't shock me because they're catching Tampa Bay at the right time. They're coming off an emotional win against Seattle on the road in overtime, mind you. This game was in overtime. So I gotta side with the 49ers here. I like the 49ers +3. I would take the 49ers +3. I would definitely take a look at that for sure. Yeah, 49ers +3. I would definitely side with that. So that's the play. That's the play for that game. So we've gone through that already. No player props, guys. Unfortunately, no player props. Again, we did the show early, so the player props didn't pop up when we did. They haven't popped up for the remaining games. So we do apologize for that since we can't get you a player prop. Because I always use the player props because I have a FanDuel account, so I have FanDuel and I have PointsBet, and I use the player props availability from those sites, so I can give you guys the best recommended props, and they're not available right now on my. They're not available on FanDuel or PointsBet, so I can't give you any recommended props for this game. So we were finished with the Tampa San Fran game. We're gonna go now to the Cincinnati Green Bay game. We're gonna go to that right now. Now this one here opened up, and this is this will be the last of the 4 o'clock games. So just bear with me for a moment. Let me see an Okay, so this one opened up here -13.5, total 42.5. It's a big number, huge number. And now we're seeing this come as far as 15. We're seeing 15s across the board mainly. 15s across the board. So it's a big jump from 13.5 to 15. Total went from 42 all the way to 45. We're seeing 45s across the board in this one. So we are going to check the injury report for this game. We'll check the Cincinnati Bengals. We know Joe Burrow's out for pretty much the season. And that guy, Browning, I guess he's taking over. We'll see. We'll check the injury report right now for this game, see what's going on. So we'll check the Cincinnati side first for the Bengals. All right, so for the Cincinnati side, so it looks like and I've got to tell you guys, maybe you guys heard, maybe you haven't heard, but it looks like Cleveland made a trade within their own division. They made a trade, so Cincinnati acquired Joe Flacco. He acquired Joe Flacco to come in as the savior for the absence and injury riddled. What's the quarterback's name for Cincinnati? The injury riddled. I just said his name just now. Oh my, Joe Burrow. Sorry, the Joe Burrow. So Flacco's there to save the day. We'll see. He is starting Sunday at Green Bay. Shamir Stewart, ankle, is questionable to play Sunday at Green Bay. Joe Burrow, you mentioned, out indefinitely. So it's a big pickup for the Bengals. They got Flacco. That's a big pickup for them. So not bad at all. So that's the injury report on the Cincinnati side. We're going to look at the Green Bay side now for the Packers. We're checking out their injury report right now. And let's see. Green Bay Packers. Well, Josh Jacobs, running back, knee, questionable to play Sunday versus Cincinnati. Micah Parsons, defensive end, has a back issue, questionable to play Sunday at Cincinnati. Zach Tom, offensive lineman, oblique, questionable to play versus Cincinnati. Anthony Belton, defensive lineman, Achilles, questionable to play Sunday at Cincinnati. So that's all the injury report for this game. Nothing else to report for this one. So we are going to check the sides and totals for this one. I'll check that now. And then after that, we'll do the Sunday night games and the Monday night games, and that's it. So we're going to check that now. Now, the public's all over Green Bay in this one. They're on the Packers. They love Green Bay. They do love the Green Bay Packers in this game. They like the Packers. All right. Yeah, they're on the Packers in this one, and they're on the. Let's see. I think it's the over. Let me see something here. I think it's the over, if I'm not mistaken. The public's on the over. So we'll check one more time. It's got to be the over. I believe that's what I saw. I saw the over in this game. No, there's no play on this one. I thought it would go over. I thought they would put the over, but I guess they haven't put up anything yet for the side. Yeah, this is. Let me see what's going on here. We are looking at nothing. I must see nothing on the total. For me, I'm gonna say if I have to give a recommendation for a play, I'm gonna say I'm not big on this game at all. But let me see. No client play on this game at all. But I'm gonna say. Take Green Bay in the first half, 7.5. I would take Green Bay in the first half. Maybe you want to look at that. I'll take the Packers in this. Either that or take the under 23.5 first half. You can do either one. Under 23.5 first half, and then lay the points with Green Bay minus 7.5 first half. I'll definitely go with that for sure. So those are the plays, and we're gonna do another video for Sunday Night Football. We're gonna do a video for Sunday Night Football. That's between Sunday Night Football, Detroit, Kansas City. We'll do another video on that, and then another video for Monday Night Football for the 2 games on Monday Night Football. So we've covered everything for the NFL here. Again, go to my page, guys. Don't forget, go to my page, Abby Sports Picks at sportsmumbo.com. It'll be in the description below. I'm 5-1 last 5 days in the NFL right now, so I'm killing it in the NFL. Now for the hold on a second, guys. Sorry, I got something in the background. Sorry about that. Something's in the background. Jesus. Yeah. So now for the college football wasn't so good. It was 2-4 week. I'm looking for a bounce back. I have a bounce back. I'm in a bounce back spot right now for this week, and I got some moneymaker plays. I got some moneymaker plays here for the NFL and college football picks and plays. I have that here. Moneymaker plays for this weekend. So you want to check that out. 5-1 in the NFL right now, last 7 days. College football, I guess, at 2-4 last week, looking to turn it around. You want to get on board the Weekend Warrior Pass. So this one here is college football picks on Saturday. We have college football picks on Sunday. So these are client plays that I have for you guys. I got client plays. Those plays are already up right now. You can take advantage of that right now. We got client plays up and available and ready to go. Again, everything will be in the description below. Check it out. The Weekend Warrior Pass. You can jump on board, take advantage of these plays. I even have a client play for Monday Night Football. I got a client play for that as well. So you guys, you get on board. You guys are in for a treat. I got some solid plays that you want to check out. Again, sportsmumbo.com, Abby Sports Picks, and then you'll see everything in the description below. Check everything out in the description below. It's all there. Check it out. And come on board. Take advantage of my client plays so you can increase your bankroll and cash out some tickets. Take advantage of that. And don't forget to go to oddslogic.com as well. Latest line moves, totals, and the injury report. That's oddslogic.com. So you want to take advantage of that as well, too. Very, very important. Oddslogic.com. Jump on that. It covers all professional sports leagues. That's oddslogic.com. Get on board with that. All right. So again, we'll have another video for Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football. We've covered everything here. Again, good luck to you guys. Let's have a productive Sunday. Let's cash some tickets, hit some winners. Stay true to yourself. Stay blessed. Stay humble. Believe in yourself. Good luck to you guys. And let's have a winning Sunday. Peace and out. Take care.